Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Shama Sundar, Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadramai, Jaya Sudarshan. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. We'll start with the Mangalacharan prayers. Om Ajnanatirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamcha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padhan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitanscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So today we are going to discuss Upadeshamrita, third verse. Before that, we'll understand what Upadeshamrita. Why should I need to read Upadeshamrita? Upadeshamrita was given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and documented by Rupa Goswami. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went for a bath to the ocean in the Puri, by seeing the water and by seeing the sand on the bank of the ocean, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu remembered his original pastimes in Vrindavan. Is none other than Krishna himself. So he came in the form of Bhaktavatara to give this bhakti. So he was very ecstatic and nobody able to console his ecstasy. After a long struggle, everybody make him into this external world. At that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave few instructions how a devotee should be, what he need to do, what he should not to do. And Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami documented this one. And this is how we got this nectar of instruction. Nectar of instruction or Upadesha Amrita. Upadesha means instruction. Amrita means nectar. So this is a nectar of instructions. One who follows these instructions, they can grow fast in sadhana bhakti. We have 4 types of bhaktis. We will discuss in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. First part is Samanya Bhakti. Second part is Sadhaka Bhakti. Third part is Prema Bhakti. And fourth part is Bhava Bhakti. So from Samanya Bhakti to Sadhaka Bhakti, we need to follow instructions. We need to follow the instructions given by the acharyas and given by the scriptures. Then slowly we will develop the attachment to the Supreme Lord, and we will reach to the Prema Bhakti and Bhava Bhakti. So this Upadesha Amrita is mainly talking about the sadhana bhakti. So here, in this verse number 3, Rupa Goswami is explaining what are the 6 things that we need to do to improve our bhakti. I hope you are able to see my screen. Utsaha nischaya dhairyat. Utsaha nischaya dhairyat. Tat karma pravartanat. Tat karma pravartanat. Sangatyaga sato vritteha. Sangatyaga sato vritteha. Shadbhir bhakti prasidayati. Shadbhir bhakti prasidayati. Utsaha nishchaya dhairya. Tat karmana tat karma pravartanat. Sangatyaga sato vritte. Shadbhir bhakti prasidayati. Word by word meaning. Utsahat, by enthusiasm. Nishchayat, by confidence. Dhairyat, by patience. Tat karmana, various activities favorable for devotional service. Pravartana, by performing. Sangatyaga, by giving up the association of non-devotees. Sata, of the great previous acharyas. Vritteha, by following in the footsteps. Shadbihi, by these 6. Bhaktihi, devotional service. Prasidayati, advances or becomes successful. Translation and purport given by the Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. There are 6 principles favorable to execution of pure devotional service. Being enthusiastic, endeavoring with confidence, being patient, acting according to regulative principles such as Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, hearing, chanting, and remembering, abandoning the association of non-devotees, and following in the footsteps of previous acharyas. These 6 principles undoubtedly assure the complete success of pure devotional service. But need some volunteers. Can someone read the first paragraph? Each one read one paragraph.
Prabhuji.
Yes.
Devotional service.
Yeah,
that is the one, right? Purport.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mataji.
Devotional service is not a matter of sentimental speculation or imaginative ecstasy. Its substance is a practical activity. Srila Rupa Goswami in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu has defined devotional service as follows. I have a hard time to read English, but I can read in Sanskrit.
Jnana anavrutam anukullena krishnanushilanam bhaktir uttama. Yeah, continue, Mataji.
Uttam Bhakti is unalloyed devotion unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sri Krishna involves the rendering of devotional service in a way that is favorable to the Lord. This devotional service should be free from any extraneous motive and devoid of fruitive karma, impersonal jnana, and all other selfish desire.
Yeah, anybody else enter the next paragraph?
Bhakti as a sort of cultivation. As soon as we say cultivation, we must refer to activity. Cultivation of spirituality does not mean sitting down idly for meditation, as some pseudo-yogis teach. Such idle meditation may be good for those who have no information of devotional service. For this reason, it is sometimes recommended as a way to check distracting materialistic activities. Meditation means stopping all nonsensical activities, at least for the time being. Devotional service, however, not only puts an end to all nonsensical mundane activities, but also engages one in meaningful devotional activities. Sri Prahlad Maharaj recommends Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smarnam Paravasavanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Shaktamam Atma Nivandanam. The 9 processes of devotional service are as follows. 1. Hearing the name and glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. 2. Chanting his glories. 3. Remembering the Lord. 4. Serving the Lord's feet. 5. Worshipping the deity. 6. Offering obeisances unto the Lord. 7. Acting as the Lord's servant. 8. Making friends with the Lord. 9. Surrendering oneself fully to the Lord.
Anybody else? Any other volunteers? Please come forward.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, then with Pranam on Guru Srila Prabhupada. Purport given by HG Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shravanam and hearing is the first step in acquiring transcendental knowledge. One should not give an oral reception to unauthorized person, but should approach the proper person as recommended in Bhagavad Gita 4.34. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprasannena sevaya upadeshayanti te jnanam jnaninastatvadarshina. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master, inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. It is further recommended in the Mundaka Upanishad Tad which Vijayana Sagurum Iva Vi Gachate. To understand that transcendental science, one must approach a bona fide spiritual master. Thus, this method of submissively receiving transcendental confidential knowledge is not merely based on mental speculation. In this regard, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Rupa Goswami, Brahmanda Bhari Mete Kona Bhagyavan Jiva Guru Krishna Prasade Paye Bhakti Lata Bij. In this course of transversing the universal creation of Brahma, some fortunate soul may receive the seed of Bhakti Lata, the creeper of devotional service. This is all by the grace of Guru and Krishna. C.C. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 19.151. The material world is a place of confinement for the living entities who are by nature anandmay, pleasure seeking. They actually want to be free from the confinement of this world of conditional happiness, but not knowing the process of liberation. They are bound to transmigration migrate from one species of life to another and from one planet to another. In this way, the living entities are wandering throughout the material universe. When by good fortune one comes in contact with a pure devotee and hears from his patiently, one begins to follow the path of devotional service. Such an opportunity is offered to a person who is sincere. The International Society of Krishna Consciousness is giving such a chance to humanity at large. If by fortune uh, one takes advantage of this opportunity to engage in devotional service, the path of liberation immediately opens.
Yeah, next someone else.
Hare Krishna.
Any other volunteers, please?
One should accept this opportunity to return home back to Godhead very enthusiastically. Without enthusiasm, one cannot be successful. Even in the material world, one has to be very enthusiastic in his particular field of activity in order to become successful. A student, businessman, artist, or anyone else who wants success in his line must be enthusiastic. Similarly, one must be very enthusiastic in devotional service. Enthusiasm means action, but action for whom? That answers that one should always act for Krishna. Krishna Atakahila Chesta, Bhakti Ramsarita Sindhu. In all phases of life, one has to perform devotional service activities under the direction of a spiritual master in order to attain perfection in Bhakti Yoga. It is not that one has to confine or narrow one's activities. Krishna is all-pervading. Therefore, nothing is independent of Krishna. Or Krishna himself states in Bhagavad Gita 9.4, Mayan tatam idam sharvam jagad avyakta murtina Machtani Sharvabhutane Nachaham Tes Ashviteha. By me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. Under the direction of the bona fide spiritual master, one has to make everything favorable for Krishna's service. For example, at present, we are using a dictaphone. The materialist who invented this machine intended it for businessmen or writers of mundane spiritual subject matters. He certainly never thought of using the dictaphone in God's service, but we are using the dictaphone to write Krishna-conscious literature. Of course, the manufacture of the dictaphone is wholly within the energy of Krishna. All the parts of the instrument, including the electronic functions, are made from different combinations and interactions of the 5 basic types of material energy, namely Bhumi, Jala, Agni, Vayu, and Akasha. The inventor used his brain to make this complicated machine, and his brain, as well as the ingredients, were supplied by Krishna. According to the statement of Krishna, Mahatstani Sharvabhutane, everything is dependent on my energy. Thus, the devotee can understand that since nothing is independent of Krishna's energy, everything should be dovetailed in his service.
Endeavor executed with intelligence in Krishna consciousness is called utsaha or enthusiasm. The devotees find the correct means by which everything can be utilized in the service of the Lord. Nirbandhe Krishna Sambandhe Yuktam Vairagya Uchyate. The execution of devotional service is not a matter of idle meditation, but practical action in the foreground of spiritual life. The activities must be executed with patience. One should not be impatient in Krishna consciousness. Indeed, this Krishna consciousness movement was started single-handedly, and in the beginning there was no response. But because we continued to execute our devotional activities with patience, people gradually began to understand the importance of this movement, and now they are eagerly participating. One should not be impatient in discharging devotional service, but should take instructions from the spiritual master and execute them with patience. Depending on the mercy of Guru and Krishna, one successful execution of Krishna consciousness activities requires both patience and confidence. A newly married girl naturally expects offspring from her husband, but she cannot expect have them immediately after marriage. Of course, as soon as she is married, she can attempt to get a child, but she must surrender to her husband. confident that her child will develop and born in due time. Similarly, in the devotional service, surrender means that one has to become confident. The devotee thinks, Avashya Rakshibe Krishna. Krishna will surely protect me and give me help for the successful execution of devotional service. This is called confidence. As already explained, one should not be idle, but should be very enthusiastic, but executing the regulative principles, tat karma pravartana, neglect of the regulative principles will destroy devotional service. In this Krishna consciousness movement, there are 4 basic regulative principles: forbidding illicit sex, meat eating, gambling, and intoxication. A devotee must be very enthusiastic, but following these principles, if he becomes slack in the following of in following any of them, his progress will certainly be checked. Rupa Goswami therefore recommends tat karma pravartana. One must strictly follow the regulative principles of Vaidhi Bhakti. In addition to these 4 prohibitions, yama, there are positive regulative principles, niyama, such as the daily chanting of 16 rounds on Japamala beads. These regulative activities must be faithfully performed with enthusiasm. This is called tat karma pravartana, or in devotional service. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namaha Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachati Deshtarane Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gauravaktranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Very, very powerful instructions to progress in path of bhakti. So today we will focus first 4 instructions. Utsaha, Nishchaya, Dhairya, Tat Karma Pravartana. Being enthusiastic, endeavoring with confidence, being patient, acting according to regulative principles such as Sravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam, hearing, chanting, and remembering Krishna. So here in the purport, Prabhupada is explaining us, first of all, what is bhakti? Bhakti, or here Prabhupada is talking about pure devotional service, not only bhakti, pure bhakti, Suddha bhakti. What is that? Actually, people in general, they will take bhakti as a sentiment or some ritualistic activity or a kind of a tradition. If my parents are doing or fellow neighborhood is doing, I will also do. I may get some good benefit out of that. They do as a sentiment without any bhava or without any activities. Sometimes the so-called meditators, without performing any activity, they will sit and do a meditation. They don't know what to do, what activities they need to perform. Simply they will sit and meditate. But the bhakti is an activity as a cultivation. Cultivation means, like if you put a crop on the ground, you need to cultivate. How to cultivate? You need to pay attention every day. We need to give enough food or fertilizers. And also at the same time, you need to see, is there any weeds are developing? So we need to take out the weeds. And every day we need to give a care, then only crop will come. Similarly, Bhakti means an activity. So we need to do certain things and we should not do certain things. We need to remove the weeds and we need to give the fertilizers. So we should understand bhakti is not a sentiment. Bhakti is an activity. Activity for what? What is the purpose of that activity? Activity to take us to go back to Godhead. This activity should lead us to go back to Godhead. That is the activity, not for some material benefit or some material gain. So one should not perform bhakti for any materialistic purpose. That is not pure bhakti. That is a cheating religion. Dharma projita kaitavotra paramanismar saranam. Srimad Bhagavatam is rejecting such kind of devotion. So how bhakti will come? The bhakti will come. Here it is explained 9 processes of devotional service. What we need to do to cultivate this. Hearing. Why should I hear? Without hearing, how do you know who you are and who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? So first thing is, the preliminary step in the bhakti is we should attentively hear about the Supreme Lord and about your goal. What is the purpose of life? Who you are? All those things. Then you need to chant his glories. Why should I need to chant? By chanting, our heart will be melted. Our false ego will go away. By glorifying the Supreme Lord, we are accepting we are lower than him. Our false ego, our ahankara will go away. Remembering the Lord. We should remember the Lord all the time. We should see Krishna everywhere. Whatever you are seeing, moving or non-moving, Prakriti or Jivas, all are the energies of the Lord. So we need to remember. Remembering the Krishna is very easy. How? By drinking water, we need to remember, hey Krishna, what kind of water you give, what kind of taste it is. Rasoham apsu kaunteya. Krishna is telling that I am the taste of the water. And by seeing the sun, by seeing the moon, we can remember the God. We can remember the God. Krishna is telling that Prabhashmi Sheshishurya. I am the light of sun and moon. And worshipping the deity. So we should approach the Lord in personal way, not in impersonal way. Some practitioners, they will accept Krishna doesn't have a form. But if Krishna doesn't have a form, how do you establish a relationship? How do you know how he look like? So if someone asks you, oh, you love this energy or you love that light, is it possible? You cannot. If Lord has a form, then we can see, oh, beautiful Lord, what can I do? What kind of dress I can put? What kind of bhoga I can offer? All these things. Offering obeisances. We should always offer obeisances to the Lord. Acting as a Lord's servant. We should always act like a servant. So these are all 8 different processes given to practice bhakti. The first step is Sravana. From whom we need to hear? We need to hear from an authorized source. Tadvidhi pranipatina pariprashnena sevaya upadekshantiti jnaninam jnana tattva darshanaha. Whoever is self-realized person in the authentic parampara, in the authentic disciplic succession, we need to take the shelter. We should not approach a cheating spiritual master. We should approach a person who self-realized and who is giving the absolute truth. Who is a spiritual master? A spiritual master who can tell his disciples how to go back to Godhead. Not to make money with the weakness of the spiritual disciple. So one should, whoever is giving this right path, if you practice this, you will go back to Godhead. He is the true spiritual master. We should choose such a true spiritual master who came in the disciplinary succession, and then we need to from here. And finding such a spiritual master, finding such a thing is not so easy. This jiva is wandering all over the universe, one life to other life, like upper planet to lower planet to upper planet. Brahmanda brumite kauna bhagyavan jiva guru kripa krishna prasade bhai bhaktilta bish. This jiva is wandering out of 8.4 million lives. Jiva is taking different birth and different planets. So out of a fortunate jiva, Brahmanda kona bhagyavan. Bhagyavan means a fortunate jiva, fortunate soul, will get a Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhaktigata Bij. With the mercy of Guru and with the mercy of Krishna, he will get Bhakti Lata Bija. The Guru will plant this Bhakti Lata Bija, the seed of Bhakti he will plant. Once we have that Bija, we need to grow it nicely by removing all the weeds, by nourishing that plant, by following the regulative principles, by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra regularly. Slowly, this Bhaktilata will grow and reach up to the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. That is the pure devotion. The pure devotion is meant to go back to Godhead, not for any material benefit. Anyabhilashita sunyam jnana karmadya anavrutam anukullena krishnanusilanam. So whatever is favorable for Krishna consciousness, we need to accept it. Usually, in the initial days of the bhakti, people do with some expectation. They will approach the Supreme Lord with some list of activities. I want this, I want this, I want this. But after they approach the Supreme Lord with some desire, but with the association of the devotees, slowly those desires will go away and he will develop the pure bhakti, nishkama bhakti, without any personal desire, without any personal motive. Whatever is favorable for Krishna, he will accept it. And whatever is not favorable Krishna, he will reject it. So the devotee will understand clearly, Maya mitamattatam sarvam. This whole universe belongs to Krishna. This whole universe is the energy of the Krishna. So I need to work for the satisfaction of the Krishna, not for my personal sense gratification. So here, these four qualities will go more detail. Till now, Prabhupada is trying to explain what is bhakti, how one will get bhakti. Now here, we are going a little deeper. What we need to do to make our pure devotion, our Suddha Bhakti to be successful. The first one is Utsaha. Utsaha means with great enthusiasm. Enthusiasm with consistency for what? To going back to Godhead. To do any activity, we need to have this enthusiasm. Even in the materialistic world also, if you want to get the job, or if you want to work, or if you want to go for business, or if you want to learn some art, everything you need to have some sort of enthusiasm. Otherwise, you cannot success in that particular field. So we need to have that utsaha. How this utsaha should be? Usually, in the beginning of Krishna consciousness, the utsaha will be very high. The first year, Even though if no one tell any service or anything, usually majority of the devotees, they will be very enthusiastic. They will do even without asking any seva or anything. But the next year, if someone asks some seva, they will do. The third year, then they don't even show up. They don't even, somebody has to pull so hard to do that. Not that kind of utsaha. Our utsaha should be consistent. Not soda. Soda, what will happen? If you pour in a glass, a lot of bubbles, it will come up, and after that it will come down. Not like that. Our bhakti should be very steady. Whatever the obstacles are coming, our bhakti should not stop. Just like Ganges. Ganges flowing. Even while Ganges is flowing, so many obstacles, so many trees, so many mountains, so many stones. Is Ganges is stopping to flow? No. It's flowing. If a big mountain is there, it is crossing that mountain and going. Going to where? To meet the ocean. Similarly, our bhakti also should not be, our enthusiasm should not be stopped with any obstacles. The perfect example is Srila Prabhupada. If you see Srila Prabhupada, enthusiasm is paramount. We need to learn many things. If you read Prabhupada Lilamrita, he went through so many problems. Family problems, business problems, God brothers problems. And when he established a temple in Jhansi, local political leaders problem. And when he came to America, full of problems. He doesn't know the language, he doesn't know anyone, he doesn't have money, he doesn't have any support. No support from India. But he never ever gave up. Till the last breath, he was having the same enthusiasm. At the end of his life, up to here, whole body is paralyzed. Only head is working. Even with that head, he used to translate Srimad Bhagavatam. That kind of enthusiasm we need to have. Of course, we are in the material world. We are not in the spiritual world, or not. We are not in a Satya Yoga or a place of favorable for devotional service. We are in the place of Kali Yuga, complete material distractions, and the material world means dukkhalayam ashashvatam. We'll get so many problems: personal problems, office problems, kids problems, parents problems, society problems. But we should never ever lose our enthusiasm. Enthusiasm for what? To going back to Godhead, to perform pure devotional service. We should never ever lose it. We need to keep with the same consistency, with the same pace. Then one should be dhairya. Dhairya means, the second point is talking about Usaha Dhairya. Dhairya means confidence. Krishna will protect me. Krishna will take care of me. I am the part and parcel of Krishna. I am belong to Krishna. I want to serve only Krishna. We need to have that kind of confidence. Just like Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur has a confidence on the holy name, on the Krishna, is unbeatable. When Chand Kazi want to punish Haridas Thakur. Das Thakur, you took birth in a Muslim family. Why are you chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra? That is not our religion. Why are you doing that? He ordered his soldiers, beat him, 21 marketplaces. Beat him left and right. So soldiers took him each marketplace and they were beating with that rope so much. But Haridas Thakur, he did not give up chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Each beating he was chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Completely surrendered. After beating, he is not losing his life. He asked, what do you want? Why are you beating so much? Then soldiers told that our master told, until Haridas Thakur left his body, you need to beat. Then Haridas Thakur, he lay down, acted like he's a dead man. Like not even breathing, no breathing. Just he lie down, just like a dead body. Then the soldiers thought like that, Haridas Thakur is died. He became very heavy. They want to do final rituals, the dead body. The Chand Kazi and the minister, everybody came. They are confused in which type of final rituals we need to do, either in Muslim or in Sanatana Dharma, to bury him or to put a fire, the dead body, put on the fire the dead body. And they decided Haridas Thakur is not belongs to either Muslim or either that Sanatana Dharma. Let him throw away in the Ganges. So the soldiers, very with hard struggle, they throw it away into the Ganges. But Haridas Thakur, after throwing away in the Ganges, he simply get up and he's walking on the Ganges and he crossed the Ganges. This side, this king and the minister was so surprised. How it is possible? Dead body is walking on the Ganges and the crossover. And this king and minister also immediately they get onto a boat and they cross the Ganges and they offer Dandavat Pranam to Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur, you are not an ordinary man. We thought like you are an ordinary man. We want to kill you, but you are not an ordinary man. Please forgive us. Then Haridas Thakur told, I will forgive on one condition. You should allow this Harinam Sankirtan all over the kingdom. You should not put any check. Then the Chand Kazi gave a one kunti. Kunti means one kind of symbol, which is made up of with brass. If you carry this one, no one will stop Harinam. So from there onwards, Harinam Sankirtan was going so nicely, even though the king is Muslim and Muslim kingdom. So like that, we need to have a dhairya. Krishna will protect us. In the recent years, you all know, when initial days of Krishna consciousness in Russia, they used to put them in the jail, whoever chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And they took away their chanting beads and so much harassment. But devotees never gave up. Whatever the bread they gave for eating, they made a japamala with those bread pieces and they started chanting Hare Krishna. So we should have such kind of dhairya. We should have such kind of dhairya like Prahlad Maharaj. By practicing Krishna consciousness, by preaching Krishna consciousness, Prahlad Maharaj was tortured by his father. But Prahlad Maharaj he did not give up. He is practicing his bhakti with a great confidence. Krishna will save me. Krishna will protect me. So we are seeing Krishna's protection each and every aspect of their lives, whoever is surrendered with that confidence. And Usahadeya Nishchayat. Nishchayat means patience. While practicing Krishna consciousness, we should have patience. Sometimes people will think, okay, I'm chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, I will become a great Acharya like Prabhupada in one day. They will chant Hare Krishna, so purity is not coming, no changes are not coming. No. You need to keep doing until something happens. You cannot stop. We need to have a patience. Sometimes we may think, I started this Krishna consciousness, I'm not getting purified, or I'm not able to preach, or I'm not able to spread this Krishna consciousness all over the world. No? But if you keep doing, your bhakti will be increased, your efficiency will be increased. You can easily, your words will get power. By hearing your words, everybody will transform. This patience example, in Bhagavad Gita, there is one wonderful example, sparrow. One time, sparrow lay down eggs on the shore. With the waves of ocean, all the eggs went into the ocean. And sparrow came back and saw that eggs were not there. Eggs were taken away by these waves of the ocean. And the sparrow was shouting on the ocean, give me back my eggs. Give me back my eggs. The ocean is laughing at sparrow. Oh, you are after all a small bird. What you want to do, you do whatever you want. I don't care. But sparrow started drying up the ocean with her beak. She's taking away the water and pouring into a different small pond. Her intention is she wants to empty out that whole ocean and take the eggs. That is impossible. By seeing the materialistic eyes, that is impossible. But she has a great determination to bring back her eggs. While doing this activity, the king of the birds, Garuda, the carrier of Lord Vishnu, heard that one of my bird is doing with great determination fighting against the ocean. By hearing that, Garuda came. Garuda came and asked the ocean, what are you doing? Why you are not giving the eggs back? Give back. By seeing Garuda, ocean got scared. Immediately, ocean gave back the eggs to the sparrow. So if you are determined, if you are keep doing, Krishna will see your endeavor, your determination. Krishna will reciprocate it. But we need to do it patiently. We should not give up. So ISKCON started with 5 people in New York City. Those 5 people also don't know what is ISKCON or what Srila Prabhupada is doing. Out of respect on Srila Prabhupada, they signed on the incorporation agreement, the incorporation bylaws document. But Srila Prabhupada, he never gave up. Was with patiently he was doing. Every minute, Krishna is helping to Srila Prabhupada because he was doing so tolerantly, so patiently. One day, They found one printing press with a very low price, and they got it and they started printing. And when they started the preaching center in 2nd Avenue, all of a sudden everybody is bringing nice mats, nice pictures of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, nice pictures of all Sanatana Dharma, and they set up a temple from nowhere. And from nowhere, Prabhupada was unable to pay the rent, but nowhere money came. When Malati Mataji walking on the street, some $100 notes are flying, and she got those notes and she gave it to Srila Prabhupada, and Prabhupada paid the rent for that center. So let's imagine if Prabhupada doesn't have patience, the first minute when he lost his typewriter, or when the drunkard person pushed away from his room, or so many things happen. His tape recorder stolen. Whenever these things had happened, if Srila Prabhupada thought like, okay, let me go back to India and Vrindavan happily practice Krishna consciousness, do we see this whole ISKCON world now? No. Srila Prabhupada patiently executed whole mission, whole bhakti. That's why he was able to be successful. So definitely, if you are practicing, especially if you are preaching, so many troubles you will face. You will face troubles from your family members. You will face even from your God brothers, even from different fellow devotees also. You will get a lot of troubles if you are preaching. But be determined. Be patient. Krishna is watching you. Your endeavors and your determination, Krishna will help you. You will see the result. And that fourth one, tat karma pravartanat. That means we need to follow some regulative principles. There are two types of regulative principles, yama and niyama. Yama means prohibitions, niyama means doing. Like if you go to doctor, if you have any stomach problem or any indigestion problem or any problem, if you go, doctor will tell two things. You have to take this tablets, and you should not take this kind of food, or you should not do this kind of activity. Then your disease will go away very quickly. Similarly, to practice bhakti, we should follow this yama, these rules and regulations. What are those rules? The basic regulative principles: no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication. These are all the 4 pillars for religiosity. Dharma has 4 pillars. What is it? Daya, Saucham, Satyavak Palana, Tapasya. Daya means mercy. Saucham means cleanliness. Tapasya means austerity. And Satyavak Palana means truth. The minute you do meat eating, you do not have daya on other living entities. You are not merciful on other living entities. So the first pillar of dharma is broken. And if you are not able to control your mind, your tapasya is broken. You cannot focus on Krishna. You cannot focus on your path. This intoxication will break this tapasya. Whoever intoxicated, they cannot focus on anything. So we should come out of these intoxications. Saucham. One should be clean internally, externally. Externally, we should be clean by cleaning our belongings, cleaning our clothes, all the stuff. Internally, our thoughts should be clean. One should not have any bad thoughts, like having illicit relationships or having any bad things. Both the saucham is like a illicit sex. Having bad relations, bad thoughts will break this saucham principle. Okay. Gambling is full of lies or full of cheating. So see, the satyavak palana or truth will be broken by this gambling. So if you follow, if you are doing any of these things, meat eating, illicit sex, gambling, intoxication, these are all 4 sinful activities given in the scriptures. So we need to be avoid. Otherwise, one day you are purifying, one day you are impure and getting impurities. Like you have a big bowl of water, and with one pipe you are pouring the good water, in the one pipe you are pouring the bad water. When will this water will get purified? So if you keep on pouring only good water, the bad water will go away and you will get more purity. And chanting 16 malas of Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day to control our mind, to purify, to keep up our devotion. We need to do this sadhana. We should not ignore. We need to maintain. Otherwise, our sadhana or our devotion will slowly deteriorate. Just like if you don't maintain your home or your belongings, those will be deteriorated. Similarly, if you don't do proper sadhana, 16 malas and 4 regulative principles, bare minimum, your bhakti will be fall down and you will become materialistic person. Okay, so we should be very careful by following these yama and niyama, and we need to have this vasaha, dairya, nishayat all the time to practice Krishna consciousness. So any questions, comments? We'll stop here. That second part, the rest of the things will cover tomorrow because we do not have time to cover today. So about these 4 points, does anybody have any questions, comments?
Hare Krishna, Dhanavad Pranams, I'll go to Srila Prabhupada. I just want to say that your enthusiasm in sharing this philosophy tonight has bolstered my enthusiasm. And I pray that I can continue with patience in particular and determination to continue on my path back home, back to Godhead. So thank you, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class. Hare Krishna.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Any other questions, comments, realizations? If not, over to Singheshwar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna,
Prabhuji,
Yeah, go ahead.
Prabhuji,
Go ahead.
please go ahead.
Mataji, go ahead after that. I'll take.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, then with Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji, my question is like enthusiasm and confident about what we are doing is following the 4 principles and chanting and continuously doing our services. So Prabhuji, why it happens for a beginner like us that sometimes means determination, why it loses, Prabhuji? Like we are going in a graph, but still we fall down. Again, that comes in our life to no, we are doing something wrong. Again, we have to do the pickup and that kind of. Why not it be unstable? Why not it? We cannot keep it stable, Prabhuji. Please guide us.
Very simple. If you take ocean, if you're standing on the shore of the ocean, you will see waves. One time go up, one time go down. Similarly, our bhakti also like that. One time up and one time go down. But if you go deeper into the ocean, ocean will be very stable, very calm, no waves. So similarly, in the initial phase, these ups and downs are common. Once you take the shelter of a bona fide spiritual master will empower you. He will pray for you to not to fall down. And by reading, by hearing, by chanting, whatever Acharya is given, if you follow, slowly, this Anardha Nivritti will happen. So Bhakti has that 9 steps, right? What is that? Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anardha Nivritti, Prema Bhava, Ala, Asakti, all this will come. So initial stage is like Sadhu Sangha. Ato Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha. First we will have faith, then we will take association. Bhajana Kriya, we need to practice this, all the given things. By doing that, Anardha Nivritti will happen. After Anardha Nivritti, we will get Asakti, Ruchi, Bhava, Prema, all those things. So unless this Anardha Nivritti happens, we will not get the next steps. So this is a gradual progress. Keep doing, you will get it.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Bhima Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, my question is not associated to the class, but it is a general question. Like question is on making the spiritual decision making, right? So let me put it this way, like our senses are controlled by mind, and mind is controlled by intelligence. And then we have, I think, the false ego and then the soul, right? So my intention is to purify my soul, right? So how do I go about purifying my soul? Does it rely on false ego, or does it rely on intelligence to purify my soul more and more? And then eventually the soul goes to Goloka, where the subtle body is not there. Only the soul goes, right? So this is what I'm trying to understand.
Very simple. Anyavilashita Sunyam. So you have 2 options. Either follow Krishna, surrender to him, and whatever Acharya says, follow that one, or use your free will. We have this free will, na? Krishna has 64 qualities. Out of that, one is free will, or freedom, or svecha. If you use this svecha, or this freedom, as Krishna says, as per the instructions of Krishna, if you follow that one, gradually we will get purified and we can go back to Godhead. That's what in 15th chapter Bhagavad Gita what is told. Krishna is telling that Namaivamso jiva loka jiva bhuta sanatana manas sastendriyani prakritistani karshati. So Krishna is telling that this jiva is bounded. You are all my amshas. Mamaivamso jiva loka jiva bhuta sanatana. From eternally you are my amshas. But what happened? Manas sastendriyani prakriti karshati. Once you came to this material nature, these 5 senses and mind, with the association of the prakriti, you are bounded here. So how can we come out of that? Krishna gave complete rescue plan in 15th chapter. That urdhamulam adashakam. So we need to sharpen our intelligence. How can I sharpen my intelligence? By hearing, by reading, and cut the tree. Here tree is attachment. If you are able to cut the attachment of this material nature, then our path to back to Godhead is clear. Because of the attachment, we are unable to purify ourselves. Attachment to the money, attachment to the woman, attachment to the family, attachment to the position. all those things, we need to give up. We need to give up and go to Suddha Sattva platform. How can I, you told that I want to overcome my false ego. The difference between Suddha Sattva and Sattva, goodness and pure goodness, or goodness and transcendental nature, is only one ingredient. What is that? If you remove I, then that will become Suddha Sattva. In Sattva Guna also, there is a boundage. Like I am doing this, or I am preaching, or I know 100 slokas, or I am cultivating 100 devotees, or I. This is false ego. The same I, if you apply as a Krishna, then you are in a Ajatmika or transcendental platform. The same attitude, if you feel this is Krishna's energy, I am utilizing for him, nothing great about me. If you develop that attitude, slowly that I feeling will go away. If you have, unless we have that I feeling, there is a bandhana, there is a mode of goodness attachment. So we should come out of that I, me feeling. With the mercy of Krishna, I am able to do that. With mercy of Krishna, I am able to do that. Slowly, you will be in pure Suddha Sattva. And with that Suddha Sattva, here itself, in this very life itself, you can become pure, you can become liberation also. Srila Prabhupada explains very nicely. The caterpillar is transformed into a butterfly. Similarly, if you develop all this mindset, all this consciousness, even by staying in this material world also, you can be in the liberated situation. You don't need to give up the body, or you don't need to go back to Godhead. In this very life itself, you can feel that liberation. So it's a practice. I recommend everyone should hear Srila Prabhupada lecture, at least one lecture, and read 4 or 5 slokas every day. Then slowly the transformations will start. Because Srila Prabhupada is a very pure devotee, and his lectures and his teachings will transform us very quickly. We have a lot of false ego. Srila Prabhupada lecture, he will let us, you rascal, just listen to me, like that. He will give a big slap and make us to listen. So for the fast transformation, we should take shelter of Srila Prabhupada, and after, if you taken shelter or initiation, then that spiritual master. If you take shelter of these 2 personalities, because they are your well-wishers, your back to Godhead path is guaranteed. Your purification is guaranteed. Yeah. I hope I'm able to.
Yeah, Prabhuji, thank you so much, Prabhuji. I just have one follow-up question, Prabhuji. So now when we develop our consciousness, like our soul has been purified, right? So now what happens is, when this is going to spiritual world, the soul leaves all the subtle body with it. Now currently soul is completely relying on the subtle body to purify itself, right? Like we are reading Shastras, we are reading spiritual masters, taking their instructions, and then our soul is getting purified, right? So, but we leave the subtle body and the soul goes to the Goloka. Then how does soul react there? Basically, it depends on what to make it decisions. I don't know, I put it my question correctly.
There is no purity or impurity for the soul. Soul is always pure because it is part and parcel of Krishna. Only the subtle body has that false ego, intelligence, mind, or the this good or bad, or these 3 are the deriving factors. Soul always pure. So once you purify your consciousness, you will go back to Godhead. With that consciousness, you will serve eternally with Krishna. So there is no impure soul or pure soul. Soul is always pure. Only the subtle body have all these qualities.
Got it, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Soul is pure. There is no impurity with the soul.
Correct, correct. The example also gives, right, when the water drops from the sky, it is pure, and when it touches the ground, it becomes impure. So
Physical body and the this physical body will get contaminated with the association of the mythical nature, but soul will not.
Correct, correct, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Okay, so we'll conclude here. Mahesh Prabhu. Okay, I will chant.
Hare Krishna.
Go ahead, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much. Gopikantha Pr, basically taking the class. Your announcement tomorrow is Ramachandra Vijayotsav, or called Dasara or Dashami. And we'll be celebrating Dasara festival on Sunday, upcoming Sunday. And also Saturday is Kartik starting. This is Damodar month. We'll be having a program at the temple as well with Kirtan and the Damodar Ashtakam, and this is the beginning of Kartik Purnima. So devotees can engage in wonderful services throughout the month, and as mentioned that today, can take some determination and some dedication throughout this month. It's mentioned that we should engage in the devotional service throughout the year without any, deviation. But sometimes it's not possible. At least if you are not able to do that, at least we should do it in this month of Kartik. And if you are not able to do in the month of Kartik, there is the last 5 days of Kartik. It's called Vishwa Panchak. At least you should do that. If you are not able to do that, even the last day of Tulasi Taligram Vivah, a day you should do it. So the point is, we should, as much as we should try to engage in the loving devotional service of the Lord and put our mind, our consciousness very dedicated to the Supreme Lord. Especially when we do this for a month, it really purifies us. We can really situate into that spiritual consciousness. Otherwise, it's completely contaminated, and it goes there and up and down and goes here and there, polluted, contaminated in so many ways. This helps us. So we'll be continuing. We'll see that how much we can cover this network of instruction. Then we will start the network of devotion after that. Also, especially during the Kartik, probably we'll also sing the Kartik, Damodar Ashtakam every day. And we'll also, like last year also we did that. And then we'll also read the translation of each Damodar Ashtakam. So please be there, and please engage in this wonderful association.
Hare Krishna, we were not able to hear you.
Hare Krishna, are you able to hear me? Hello?
Yes, Prabhu, I can hear you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Is it okay now, Prabhuji?
Yeah. Go ahead, Prabhuji.
Okay, so I was trying to say that. We'll continue this. Please stay and have this wonderful association, devotee association during this, this month of Kartik is starting on this Saturday. Thank you so much. And Wednesday is Ekadashi, Pashankushi Ekadashi. And especially this month, it's very auspicious. As a devotee, one should always observe the Ekadashi. If one who doesn't observe, as we claim as a devotee, it's an offense. One should be keen on observing the Ekadashi as well if you are claiming as a devotee. Everybody can do it, and as we know that what to do on the Ekadashi day. These are the few announcements. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Anjana here.
Hare Krishna.
You just mentioned about the last Friday of the Kartik month.
Yeah.
Yes. What is the date? Do you know the date for that last Friday?
We'll announce that, Mataji. I don't exactly know. And actually, until start from 21st to 26th. That's Kartik ends at 26th of November. Kartik Purnima, and starts at 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it starts at 22nd. That's a Bhishma Panchak.
So it's in is it in November, right? So
It's in November.
so 24 May 24, 25.
It starts at 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th. Yes.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
5 days. Yeah, last 5 days.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So let's conclude today's session. Let's pray together. Vancha kalpatarupasya kripa sindhubhyeva cha patidanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namaha. Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Gandharaj Upade Chamrda ki jai. Srila Rupa Goswami ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananda Gaudi Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Yeah. Thank you so much, dear devotees. Happy Vijayadashami and happy Ramachandra Vijayotsav. Happy Dasara, whatever way form you celebrate. Wish you all very wonderful festivities. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.